Welcome to Mindy Studio Lab. Does the thought of flying make your heart race? You're not alone. Many people experience anxiety when they have to travel by air. But what if I told you that you can conquer this fear? Today, we're going to explore effective strategies to help you manage your anxiety and make flying a much more comfortable experience. First, let's understand the fear itself. Knowing why you're afraid is the first step toward overcoming it. For some, it's a fear of heights. For others, it's feeling trapped or not being in control. Sometimes, it stems from a lack of knowledge about how airplanes work, leading to catastrophic thoughts about what could go wrong. It could even be linked to past negative experiences, not necessarily related to flying, but triggered by the enclosed space or the sensation of turbulence. Take a moment to reflect. What specifically about flying makes you anxious? Is it the takeoff? The landing? The strange noises? Pinpointing the source of your fear makes it less of a vague, overwhelming feeling and more of a specific problem you can start to solve. Once you understand your fear, you can confront your triggers. Triggers are the specific events or thoughts that set off your anxiety. Maybe it's booking the flight, packing your bags, or the moment the cabin door closes. By identifying these triggers, you can create a plan to face them head-on. For example, if booking a flight is a trigger, try doing it with a supportive friend or family member. If the sound of the engine starting makes you nervous, you can prepare a playlist of calming music or an engaging podcast to listen to with noise-canceling headphones. The key is to anticipate these moments instead of letting them catch you by surprise. This proactive approach gives you a sense of control, which is a powerful antidote to anxiety. You're no longer a passive victim of your fear. You're an active participant in managing it. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to fear of the unknown. A big part of flight anxiety comes from not understanding the mechanics of aviation. Airplanes are incredibly complex machines, but they're also designed with immense safety measures. Learning about how a plane flies, what causes turbulence, and the extensive training pilots undergo can significantly demystify the experience. Did you know that turbulence is just like a boat sailing over waves or a car driving on a bumpy road? It's a normal part of flying, not a sign of danger. The wings are designed to be flexible to handle it. And those strange sounds you hear? They're usually just the landing gear deploying or the flaps adjusting. There are countless resources, online videos, articles, even courses that explain the science of flight in simple terms. Educating yourself can replace irrational fears with logical understanding, making you feel much more secure. Now, let's talk about a powerful tool you can use anytime, anywhere: mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you're anxious, your mind is usually racing, caught up in what-if scenarios about the future. Mindfulness brings you back to the here and now. You can practice this by focusing on your breath. Simply notice the sensation of the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and then leaving your body. You don't need to change it, just observe it. Another technique is to engage your senses. What do you see around you? What do you hear? What do you feel? Notice the texture of the seat, the temperature of the air, the gentle hum of the cabin. Grounding yourself in the present moment interrupts the cycle of anxious thoughts and helps your nervous system calm down. For those whose fear feels overwhelming, gradual exposure can be a game changer. This technique, often used in therapy, involves slowly and progressively facing your fear in manageable steps. Instead of jumping straight onto a long-haul flight, you could start smaller. Begin by simply visiting an airport and watching planes take off and land. The next step might be to sit on a stationary plane during an airport open day. Then, you could try a very short flight, maybe just 30 or 45 minutes. Each successful step builds your confidence and desensitizes you to the fear. It shows your brain that you can handle the situation and that your catastrophic fears do and come true. This process should be done at your own pace, without pressure. The goal is to gently expand your comfort zone until flying becomes just another mode of transportation, not a source of dread. Alongside mindfulness, Specific relaxation techniques can be your best friend during a flight. One of the most effective is deep diaphragmatic breathing, also known as belly breathing. When you're anxious, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid, which can make you feel even more panicked. To counteract this, place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your stomach expand. Hold your breath for a few seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. The hand on your stomach should move more than the one on your chest. Repeat this several times. This simple exercise activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's natural relaxation response. It slows your heart rate, lowers your blood pressure, and tells your brain that you are safe. Another powerful mental tool is positive visualization. Your brain often doesn't distinguish between a real and a vividly imagined experience. Instead of letting your mind fill with images of disaster, you can consciously guide it to picture a smooth, successful flight. Before your trip, find a quiet place, close your eyes, and imagine the entire journey going perfectly. Picture yourself calmly packing, arriving at the airport feeling confident, and boarding the plane with ease. Imagine yourself sitting comfortably in your seat, reading a book or watching a movie, feeling completely relaxed. Visualize a smooth takeoff, a peaceful cruise at altitude, and a gentle landing at your destination. Imagine the feeling of pride and relief as you step off the plane. By repeatedly practicing this mental rehearsal, you create a positive blueprint in your mind, which can help override the anxious patterns you've developed. In our digital age, technology can also be a valuable ally. There are many apps designed specifically to help manage anxiety and phobias, including the fear of flying. Some apps offer guided meditations and breathing exercises tailored for in-flight use. Others provide real-time information about your flight, explaining what's happening at each stage, from takeoff to landing, and even decoding the various sounds you hear in the cabin. There are also apps that use cognitive behavioral therapy techniques to help you challenge and reframe your anxious thoughts. These tools can provide a sense of support and guidance right in your pocket. Having a structured exercise or a calming voice to listen to can be incredibly reassuring when you start to feel nervous during a flight. Explore the App Store and find one that resonates with you. Finally, and most importantly, don't be afraid to seek support. Overcoming a significant fear is not something you have to do alone. Talking about your anxiety with friends or family can be helpful, but sometimes professional support is needed. A therapist, especially one who specializes in anxiety and phobias, can provide you with proven strategies and personalized guidance. Therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, are highly effective for treating fear of flying. A therapist can help you identify the root causes of your fear, challenge the negative thought patterns that fuel it, and develop coping mechanisms that work for you. There are also specialized courses and workshops designed specifically for fearful flyers, often led by pilots and psychologists. Reaching out for help is a sign of strength, and it can be the most decisive step you take toward conquering your fear and opening up a world of travel. Remember, every small step you take is a victory. Be patient and compassionate with yourself throughout this process. Flying doesn't have to be a source of dread. With the right tools and support, you can learn to manage your anxiety and even start to enjoy the incredible experience of air travel. Thank you for joining us at Mind Studio Lab. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content to help you navigate life with greater ease. See you next time.